In a small village surrounded by dense forest and crystal-clear rivers, there lived a girl named Maria. She grew up in a loving family and was known in the village for her kindness and boundless curiosity about everything unusual. From childhood, Maria was fascinated by tales of a magical world hidden beyond reality, and she often spent evenings reading ancient books left by her great-grandmother, who was said to be a witch. One day, while Maria was walking through the forest, she came across an old, almost overgrown path she had never taken before. Feeling a strange call, the girl decided to follow this path. She walked for a long time until she saw an old abandoned house that looked very mysterious. The door of the house was open, and Maria dared to enter. Inside, everything was covered in dust, but it was clear that many people had once lived there. In one of the rooms, the girl found an antique chest that caught her attention. Opening it, Maria found an old book with strange symbols on the cover. She carefully took the book and decided to return home to study it. Upon arriving home, Maria opened the book and discovered that it was a magical grimoire filled with spells and elixir recipes. Each page was filled with mysterious symbols and instructions on how to use magic for good deeds. Feeling a great responsibility, the girl decided to use this knowledge only for good. Over time, Maria learned many magical tricks. She could heal diseases with the help of magical herbs, protect her village from dangers, and even communicate with forest spirits. People from all around came to her for advice and help, and Maria always found a kind word and useful advice for everyone. But one day, a great misfortune happened. The neighboring village was hit by a severe storm, and many people were left without a roof over their heads. Maria decided to help them, using all her magical knowledge. She prepared a powerful elixir that could restore the destroyed houses and protect people from further disasters. She went to the affected village and gathered all the people in the central square. Maria told them about her intentions and asked for their trust. She poured the elixir on the ground and began to recite a spell. Suddenly, a bright light appeared around, and the destroyed houses began to restore themselves. The people were amazed and grateful to Maria for her help. Since then, Maria was called the sorceress of the forest, and her fame spread far beyond her native village. She continued to help people using her magical knowledge, never forgetting her main rule: magic should serve only for good. After restoring the neighboring village and gaining universal gratitude, Maria felt that her life had gained a new meaning. She decided it was time to leave her native land and help other people who also needed her magical knowledge. Maria took her spell book and set off on a journey. She first visited other villages and towns, where she helped people overcome diseases, restore destroyed buildings, and protect themselves from natural disasters. In each place, she left small miracles reminding people of the power of kindness and magic. One day, while traveling through a dense forest, Maria met an old sage living in a hut on the forest's edge. He welcomed her warmly and invited her to rest after a long journey. During their conversation, the sage told Maria about an ancient prophecy that spoke of a great threat approaching the world. Only a chosen person with a pure heart and powerful magical knowledge could stop this threat. Maria realized that this was her calling and decided she had to find the source of this threat and stop it. The sage gave her an ancient amulet that could show the way to the source of evil and blessed her for the difficult journey. Maria set off on a long journey that led her to a dark castle hidden deep in the mountains. The castle was surrounded by dense fog and guarded by numerous magical traps. But the girl was not afraid and, using her knowledge, carefully passed through all the obstacles. In the heart of the castle, Maria met a powerful sorcerer who had created this threat. He was filled with evil and hatred, but Maria sensed that something human still remained in him. They engaged in a magical duel, and although the sorcerer was strong, Maria managed to defeat him using the power of goodness and love. After the victory, the sorcerer suddenly began to change. His anger disappeared, and he turned into a young man who had once been in love with magic but had taken a dark path out of envy and pride. Maria helped him find forgiveness, and together they destroyed the castle, freeing the world from the threat. Returning home, Maria became even more respected and wise. She continued to teach others magic and help everyone who needed her assistance. The sorcerer she saved became her loyal friend and assistant, and together they did many good deeds. Over the years, Maria and her new friend, the former sorcerer who now called himself Alexei, established a real school of magic in their native village. They brought the best healers, herbalists, and sages from all over the world to share their knowledge with young students. The school quickly became famous far beyond the village, and students from various countries came to Maria and Alexei. Each new student brought their unique knowledge and traditions, and the school became a place where different cultures and magical traditions met. One day, a young girl named Catherine, who had a rare gift of foresight, came to the school. Her visions were incredibly accurate, and one day she predicted a new threat approaching the world. It was an old dark force that had once been hidden deep in the ground and was now beginning to awaken. Maria and Alexei decided to act immediately. They gathered a team of the best students and teachers to embark on a dangerous journey together. Each team member had special abilities. Someone could control the elements, someone could heal wounds, and someone understood the language of animals. The journey was difficult and full of dangers. They had to go through deep caves, swim across fast rivers, and compete with magical creatures. But the team always acted harmoniously and supported each other, overcoming all difficulties. Finally, they reached the place where the dark force was awakening. It was an old volcano hidden in the mountains, which was about to erupt. The dark force inside it threatened to destroy all living things around. Maria and her team realized they had to act immediately. Using their knowledge and powers, they created a powerful protective barrier around the volcano, containing the dark energy. Maria and Alexei together used the strongest spells they knew to seal the dark force forever. After many hours of intense work, they managed to stop the eruption and neutralize the threat. They saved not only their village but the entire world from a great catastrophe. Returning home, the team was greeted as heroes. People thanked them for their courage and dedication. Maria and Alexei continued to develop their school, making it even better and more accessible to all who wished to learn magic. Their story was passed down from mouth to mouth, inspiring new generations to great feats and good deeds. The School of Magic became a symbol of hope and unity, reminding everyone that together, any difficulties could be overcome. Maria and Alexei left behind a legacy of wisdom and kindness that lives and thrives to this day. One day, a mysterious traveler arrived at the School of Magic. He was a tall, cloaked figure with an aura of ancient power, and he carried with him an artifact that shimmered with unknown energy. The traveler introduced himself as Darius, a guardian of the Forgotten Realms, and requested an audience with Maria and Alexei. Darius explained that he had been tracking an ancient relic, a crystal of immense power that had the potential to reshape reality itself. This crystal, known as the Heart of Ether, had been hidden away for centuries to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands. However, recent disturbances indicated that someone had found it and intended to use its power for nefarious purposes. Maria and Alexei listened intently as Darius described the dangers associated with the Heart of Ether. The crystal's power was so great that it could tear the fabric of reality, creating rifts that could unleash chaos and destruction across the world. Recognizing the gravity of the situation, Maria and Alexei agreed to help Darius retrieve the crystal and secure it once more. Gathering their most trusted students, including Catherine with her gift of foresight, the team prepared for their journey. Darius led them to an ancient portal hidden deep within the forest, which transported them to a realm beyond their own, a place where the laws of nature and magic intertwined in unpredictable ways. The new realm was a landscape of wonders and perils. Enchanted forests, floating islands, and rivers of liquid light greeted the travelers as they navigated through this magical land. The group encountered various challenges, from riddles posed by mystical creatures to trials testing their courage and unity. One night, as they camped under a sky filled with dancing constellations, Catherine had a vision. She saw a fortress of shadows, where the crystal was being held by a sorcerer consumed by ambition and darkness. This sorcerer, once a respected mage, had been corrupted by the Heart of Ether's power, turning him into a tyrant with dreams of dominating all realms. Guided by Catherine's vision, the group pressed on, finally reaching the fortress. It was a towering structure of dark stone, surrounded by an impenetrable barrier of arcane energy. The team devised a plan to breach the fortress, combining their magical abilities to create a focused attack on the barrier. Inside, the fortress was a labyrinth of traps and enchanted guardians. Maria and her companions used their skills to overcome each obstacle, drawing closer to the chamber where the heart of ether was kept. When they finally confronted the sorcerer, a fierce battle ensued. The corrupted mage wielded the crystal's power, distorting reality around him and unleashing waves of destructive magic. Maria, Alexei, and Darius fought valiantly, their combined strength pushing the sorcerer back. Catherine used her foresight to anticipate the sorcerer's moves, giving the group a critical advantage. In a final, desperate move, Maria reached out to the sorcerer's heart, reminding him of the noble mage he once was and the path he had forsaken. For a moment, the sorcerer's resolve wavered. The heart of ether's power began to destabilize, creating a vortex that threatened to consume the entire fortress. Acting quickly, Maria, Alexei, and Darius channeled their magic to contain the vortex and neutralize the crystal's energy. With the sorcerer redeemed and the heart of ether secured, the group made their way back to their realm. They sealed the ancient portal, ensuring that the crystal would remain hidden and protected. The experience deepened the bonds within the team and reaffirmed their commitment to using magic for the greater good. Returning to their school, Maria and Alexei shared the tale of their adventure, inspiring their students with stories of bravery, wisdom, and the importance of staying true to one's principles. The school continued to flourish, attracting those who sought to learn magic not just for power, but for the betterment of the world. The legacy of Maria, Alexei, and their companions lived on, a testament to the enduring power of hope, unity, and the belief that even the darkest forces could be overcome by the light of goodness and love. Years passed, and the School of Magic grew into a thriving community of scholars and practitioners from all over the world. Maria and Alexei, now elders and respected leaders, oversaw the education of many generations of wizards and healers. The school became a beacon of hope and wisdom, attracting those who sought to use their magical abilities for the betterment of all. One peaceful afternoon, as Maria and Alexei walked through the school's lush gardens, a young student named Elena approached them with a worried expression. Elena had recently discovered an ancient manuscript in the school's vast library. The manuscript spoke of a hidden prophecy linked to the heart of ether, suggesting that its power, if left unchecked, could still pose a threat to the balance of magic in all realms. Intrigued and concerned, Maria and Alexei gathered their most trusted advisors and students, including Catherine and Darius, who had chosen to stay and teach at the school. Together, they studied the manuscript, which revealed that the heart of ether had a counterpart, an artifact known as the Orb of Harmony. This orb was said to have the power to stabilize and control the immense energy of the crystal. The manuscript also contained a map, indicating the location of the Orb of Harmony in a distant, uncharted land known as the Vale of Whispers. This mysterious place was said to be guarded by ancient beings and protected by powerful enchantments. Understanding the urgency of their quest, Maria, Alexei, and their companions prepared for another journey, one that would test their resolve and unity once more. As they ventured into the Vale of Whispers, the group faced numerous challenges. The landscape was ever-changing, filled with illusions and traps designed to deter intruders. The guardians of the Vale, ethereal beings known as the Whispering Spirits, tested the group's intentions and courage at every turn. During their journey, each member of the group had to confront their deepest fears and doubts. Maria faced visions of a world torn apart by misuse of magic, while Alexei confronted his lingering guilt over his past actions as a dark sorcerer. Through these trials, they reaffirmed their commitment to the principles of kindness, wisdom, and selflessness. Catherine's gift of foresight proved invaluable once again, guiding them through the labyrinthine paths of the Vale. Darius, with his deep knowledge of ancient magic, deciphered the intricate spells and enchantments that protected the Orb of Harmony. Elena, despite her youth, showed remarkable bravery and ingenuity, earning the respect and admiration of her companions. Finally, after many days of hardship and perseverance, the group reached the heart of the Vale of Whispers. There, in a serene glade surrounded by ancient trees, they found the Orb of Harmony, glowing with a soft, calming light. As they approached the orb, the Whispering Spirits appeared, acknowledging the group's worthiness and granting them the right to take the orb. With the Orb of Harmony in their possession, Maria and her companions returned to their realm. They immediately set to work, using the orb to stabilize the heart of ether and ensure that its power could never be misused again. The combined energy of the two artifacts created a powerful barrier, protecting the balance of magic in all realms. The successful completion of this quest brought great joy and relief to the school and its community. Maria and Alexei knew that their efforts had secured a future of peace and harmony for generations to come. They continued to teach and guide their students, instilling in them the values of responsibility and compassion. The story of their adventures, filled with lessons of courage, unity, and the importance of using one's gifts for good, became a cherished part of the school's history. As Maria and Alexei looked out over the flourishing gardens and bustling halls of their beloved school, they felt a deep sense of fulfillment and pride in the legacy they had built together. The School of Magic stood as a testament to the enduring power of hope, wisdom, and the belief that, through unity and determination, even the greatest challenges could be overcome. And so, the legend of Maria, Alexei, and their companions lived on, inspiring countless souls to pursue their own journeys of discovery and to use their magic to create a better world for all.